Hi everybody, it's Becky with Icing on Top Becky's Cakes, and today we're going to make these easy buttercream tulips. And I'm going to use the Russian piping tip. They're these large tips, and this is the kind that I'm using today. And first of all, I'm going to go ahead and apply buttercream to give that piped flower something to stick to. Otherwise, a lot of times when you're trying to pipe that flower, you won't be able to get the flower to stick if you don't put the buttercream on first. So I'm going to go ahead and pipe this. I'm going to use a very stiff buttercream like the American buttercream recipe that I have on my channel. I'll put a link below. And what you're going to do is you're going to apply pressure to the piping bag and pull up and then release the pressure and continue pulling away. And then I'm going to go ahead and pipe some leaves on this to fill it out. I'm using the 352 piping tip, and I'm going to go ahead and use some green buttercream and fill all the spaces in and anywhere that I think would look good to just fill that out and make it look more floral and really give these little cupcakes some character. These are mini cupcakes, and you can do it with regular size cupcakes, and you would just use more of the flowers and more of the leaves. But for these teeny tiny cupcakes, just 3 in the center seem to do it with these Russian piping tips. And tip number 4, for the taller tulips, you're going to apply the pressure for longer and release the pressure and continue pulling away. And it does get a little more tricky, but you just have to know when to kind of knock these petals in a little bit to keep them from falling over. So the tulips can be a little bit more tricky than roses because you want them taller. So you just kind of knock them in a little bit, and it makes them look more like a tulip there. And then just again finish filling it in with those leaves, and there you go, those awesome little tulips. Now I'm going to give you my troubleshooting tips. So if you let the American buttercream sit too long before you start piping those flowers, they're not going to stick because it's going to start crusting because it's an American buttercream recipe, and those give you that lovely little crust after you have the buttercream sit for any length of time. So also make sure your tip is cleaned, otherwise your flowers aren't going to be defined and they're kind of going to just be a blob. You don't want a blob, you want a cool flower. So just clean off that tip as often as you need. And if a flower doesn't turn out, you want to wipe that tip, and you can just pipe right over the top of where you were. I just pressed down right where that was and pull up, and voila, flower. So there's an easy way to fix that. And there you have it, really easy buttercream tulips. And if you follow those troubleshooting tips, you should be completely out of the woodwork as far as any troubles that come up. But comment down below if you've tried this or if you want to try this. They're a lot of fun, these Russian piping tips, but you really have to have these troubleshooting tips, and I hope that those all helped you out to make it a much easier process for you. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.